All right, Shalom, Makim.
Shalom.
Hey, we would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, out here to prophesy the downfall of America. Out here to wake up our people to their nationality. All right, out here to tell the other nations, primarily Esau, Edom, that they're going back into slavery. Everything that you've witnessed on the planet Earth up until this point, all right, is by way of the prophecies mentioned in the scriptures. Before you get your scripture, if a brother could get Baruch 2 and 32, because this is the most insignificant people on the earth. The plot twist, they're the most significant people on the earth. And they're waking up to their significance. All right?
This is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
You can start at 30. That's my fault.
Verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves.
They shall remember themselves. And that goes into the unicorn. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, using the apostles of Great Millstone to prophesy the word. All right, and the 1/3 are going to remember who they were. All right, go ahead.
And shall know that I am the Lord, their power,
Yep.
For I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Yep, there's one more.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
They should pray, and we're praising him now. And that goes to show you that we're going to know his name on earth. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But first and foremost, we're going to remember ourselves in this captivity. And that's a powerful verse. In the land of their captivity shall they remember themselves.
Yeah, if I could add to
You got it, brother.
And that's the only name, man.
Yep.
You know, because you got a lot of, you know, demons out there. They want to remix, you know, put a new spin on what's written, because they don't want to, you know, just being in general, don't continue what they learned. You look at these other Israelite groups, but you can't reinvent the wheel. That's his name, Yahweh, his only begotten son named Yahweh Shai, and it's not going to change, man. Nope. Those are the names that was given to us in the beginning, and those are the names from the foundation of the world, man.
Hey, bro, get that in Exodus, where it tells Moses, this is my name forever.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power.
In the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people. All right? So when we'll call a proverb and a byword, those are ways of saying you are not his people. To be called a nigger, black, Hispanic, Indian. All right? That's another way of saying you are not his people.
Because he didn't call us that.
He didn't call us that. But there it'll be said you are the sons of the living power. And it's slowly coming to manifest. Because we're saying it, he said it through the prophets, but now you have celebrities saying, no, we're the chosen. All right, so, yeah, let's go.
All right, the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 1. I am sought of them that ask not for me.
Yep.
I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me unto a nation that was not called by my name.
Yep. Break that down.
Well, now we wasn't, you know, for a period of time, we wasn't being called Israelites.
Yep.
And also, his actual name was stripped from us. He took it from us. He took his name from us, and he took our identity from us that he gave us.
That's right.
You know?
All right. All right.
It's Isaiah 44 and 1. All right, 144. It says, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen, thus said the Lord that formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessings upon thy offspring, and they shall spring up among the grass as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his name unto the Lord and surnamed himself by the name of Israel.
That's the scary part to the elites, man.
That's right, brother.
To other nations.
Yep.
The lion is inside of your zoos, walking up to the fact that I'm a fucking lion. That I'm a son of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. We've been adopted back to the owner of existence. We've been adopted back to the creator of the universe. All right, it's like that movie Annie.
Verse
All right,
15,
Annie
15.
in my spirit represents Israel, but she got adopted by that billionaire.
Yep.
To be claimed by somebody important, that boosts your self-esteem, man. All right.
Right. The Romans 8 and 16. If your brother can get that adoption, remember we looked it up yesterday? That adoption real quick just to prove the other point. But I get that Romans 8:16. You know, and we've been brought back into an inheritance.
Yep.
You know, because if you're considered a bastard, you don't have no inheritance rights. Right? And now we've been brought back to those inheritance rights, which is the dominion of the earth. Like you saying, that's Esau's biggest fear. These men getting those ruling class mentalities back. Because we becoming entitled.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
We're becoming entitled in righteousness, man.
Yep.
You know?
We don't want your jobs, degrees.
Hey, nah.
No, we want you.
Yeah.
We want the whole world. That's part of our inheritance.
Yeah.
And
Real reparations.
Real reparations.
Ooh.
You could be entitled to something that's part of your title. You know?
This is Romans 8 and 14.
Right.
For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High.
Yep.
For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Now, the power in adoption is that our forefather Abraham was given a promise. That he was basically, he said, out of thy loins, kings shall come out of thy loins.
Yep.
And basically, the nation's going to bow to thee. All right, he was going to basically inherit the world. But if we're his son, and we come back to our nationality, that means we're partaker in that adoption.
That's right, bro.
And that's what makes it so important. And that's why those small hats, they ascribe themselves to being Israelites. Because they want that adoption, they want that promise.
Yeah.
That's why they had the Hubble telescope see into light years away and try to find different planets. Because they're looking at our adoption. They're looking at they're looking at our inheritance.
Yeah.
And they want to get a sneak peek of what we're going to have, because really they want it.
Yeah.
You know?
We got that word adoption.
Yeah, it's a 9 and 4, bro.
Yep. Romans 8 and 50. Because I just read down on it. It's going to further explain it. Romans 8 and 16, it says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, all right, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai.
And that's not just spiritual, because we grew up in the church.
Yep.
You know, being joint heirs with Jesus, you know, because a lot of these preachers, they want to make the kingdom an expansion of their church.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nah, Yahweh Shai just inherited existence. When he went back to the throne, that was mission accomplished.
It is finished.
It is finished. But guess what? We're partakers in his sufferings. Why did Apostle Paul say, if you suffer with him, you shall reign with him?
Yeah.
That's not just metaphorical. We're about to receive existence.
Yeah.
All those treasure planets.
Yeah.
Pharaoh had treasure cities. We're going to receive Pandora. The Most High tapped into the minds of those James Cameron.
Yep.
Brothers about to be owners of Pandora's, man.
Yep.
You know?
Abba's house.
In my father's house are many mansions. You look up that word mansions, it means dwellings.
Yep. Yep.
That's why we're fighting.
Yep.
That's why we're putting up with bullshit. That's why we're catching hell. That's why we're resisting demons.
Yep.
We're partaking in Yahweh shots. That's why people don't like us for no reason.
Yep.
And work. Like,
Yep.
damn, what I do to you?
Yep.
You know, because people dislike Yahweh Shai. When he was on earth, he roused up spirits.
Yahweh Shai was a big thinker.
He was a big thinker.
Jake offended. If you got a slave mentality, you get offended at someone that thinks big.
Yep.
Outside that slave box.
Yep.
And like Yahweh Shai let you know this is like an enterprise, because Yahweh Shai showed us how to teach and how to be as leaders amongst Israel. And like you say, then he went to go create other planets.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
He's doing something else, because like when you in the business, or you you in the job, really, if you want to move up, you gotta train somebody to replace you.
Yeah.
You know? So
Right.
Yahweh Shah trained his men to replace him while he go do other things and free them up to go do other things, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You got the adoption.
Is adoption biblical outline biblical uses? A, the relationship with the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations. B, the nature.
So that was the Lord's preference to establish his relationship with Israelites above all other nations. That's the adoption. You know, he chose his sons back, man. He cast his sons away. Now he brought them back. Because really we was unworthy of an inheritance.
Yeah.
You know, we was some wild niggas. You know, we was unworthy to handle the existence. You know, we showed ourselves unworthy. But Yahweh Shai showed himself worthy. And through Yahweh Shai, we're being adopted back in to get another chance. You know?
Yeah. Hey, if I can lay on back, because I had looked it up a while back. I know the elder brother Bayi, he had mentioned it too. On the free dictionary, if they kept the definition the same, because y'all keep up with us, so you like to change words, but adoption said to choose. Like adoption is synonymous with election. You know, so have adopted us again or begotten us again. He choosing Israel again. You know?
I look at that word. Elect, the word elect, one of the definitions for the word elect means elite. I think it's in the free dictionary of the Merriam's. You know?
It's Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Will yet choose. I will elect Israel. I will adopt Israel.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yep.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Whoa. Our preacher didn't talk about this. This is the really the gift of following Yahweh Shai, following the Lamb, not dying and going back to heaven, and not going to hell. There no such thing as no underworld hell. The gift of the kingdom of being an Israelite is inheriting people, inheriting earth. All right, go ahead.
It says, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Some elder Yashimai brought out, we're not going to have power just to be assholes and just the flunny. The Most High going to put us in power because we're going to be stewards of the earth. So to be stewards of the earth, meaning we're maturing through these captivities. And now we're going to be mature enough to uphold the Most High's laws to govern the world, man. But part of that comes with having servants, slaves, concubines, your whole estate being tailored to your liking. And there's no telling how far your estate is going to extend. Because even driving through the Delta, you'll look over to your right and you'll see acres and acres of land, right? And damn near on the horizon line is a big house. So, and it's a billionaire in that house, it's not a multi-millionaire. All right, and imagine the kingdom. So it's no telling how much a brother is going to own.
Yeah, because we're basically we're lions.
Yeah.
You know, and lions, they have large living quarters.
Hey,
You know?
it said Gad dwelleth as a lion, and he was spaced out.
Spaced out. Yep.
So the elder Kazan made a beautiful point. Lions have large living quarters. Our houses are not supposed to be that direct to each other. We damn sure not supposed to be stacked on top of each other in apartments, man. All right. That's why you have inner city frustration. You know, everybody is so clustered together. Traffic. What do you call it? Traffic jams. All right.
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians. They said we had to mature.
Yep.
You know, to rulership. 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
When I was a child, I was infatuated with street culture. I saw Jeezy videos, T.I. videos. You still want to be like them. When I was a child, I looked at what other people had. When you was a child, you judged people by their clothes. You envied that, right? Well, when we was children as in Israel, we were infatuated with how the Canaanites moved. We're infatuated with how they did their rituals. We was infatuated with how they had tattoos all over their body. We was infatuated how they shaved their hair, shaved their beards.
Yeah.
We was infatuated with their sexual debauchery. We was infatuated with their wickedness.
We desire the king because of the other nations.
We desire the king because of the other nation. So as children, when we were as Israelites in our child state, we envied the heathen. We envied the culture and lifestyle of the heathen. That's why where do we get sacrifices from? Where do we get sacrificing our children from? You know?
Yeah. Fucking sin work.
Yeah. Hey, we're about to say that. We didn't come to certain tables. You got it though. Okay, good. So now we've been maturing through these captivities because captivities are nothing more than the Most High's chastening rod. He said, I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
Like I said, that balance. We'll be humble rulers.
Humble
We'll be firm, you know, but we'll understand mercy. You know?
I've been.
Right, because we went through, you know what it feel like not to have mercy shown on us.
Yep.
We became the lowest slave ever.
Yep.
So we went all the way to the bottom. He took us to the lowest servitude
Yeah,
ever.
bro.
And he still put us in the rulership so we'll understand that have mercy. We understand every aspect of the rulership. We understand the aspect from slave all the way up to the rulership and what to do and what not to do. Yeah.
Hey, there was an analogy that I heard when I was little, and now as a grown man, I'm starting to understand it more. The analogy with the tortoise in the hair.
Yeah.
The tortoise in the hair. So if we would have came in the game ruling, we would have had a mindset like the hair. Probably would have been prideful as a nation. Probably would have been, you know, just imbalanced with it.
Yeah.
But when we went through those different captivities, that was equivalent to that turtle turning over on its shell. You know, being stuck, falling backwards. Because we've been in several captivities. Going back to the book of Judges. So we've been in several captivities. We backslid after backslid after backslid. But when you finally get it right, now you develop something called character. Now you develop something called humility. So, like I said, we're going to serve or we're going to rule the world with humility, man. And that's what makes a noble ruler, man. He's balanced. All right?
This is Exodus chapter 2, 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 10. Thus said the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people what I will give them, that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel.
So he would have given them to us, like you said, but we had to go through the chastening. We had to go through, you know, being in the lowly, because we had to be greatly humble because we finna get a great glory. So it gotta be a balance, you know. Because like I say, as a king, like I said, when you watch Game of Thrones, you know, you deal with the house of Ned Stark, you know, and one of his sons, you know, was kind of asking him about, you know, how does he feel about being, you know, a man of authority. And he told his son, like, look, it ain't what you think. He like, I gotta think about everybody from the cook to the handmaid when I make decisions, you know. So being a ruler ain't about, you know, appointing and telling people what to do. Like our decision making has to be beneficial from the top all the way down to the lowest level, man.
And well, what was King Solomon's prayer? It was like, give me the wisdom to govern your people. So it wasn't about the accolades to being a king, the gold, the silver, the women. Because like I need the kingdom. I need the wisdom to govern your people. It's about you're in control of the welfare of the people. You know? And it's like you got in your house, you got dogs, you got cats and stuff. You gotta have a maintenance system for everything, man. All right, brother, you heard something?
Continue on verse 11.
That was it. Yeah, I had something.
All right.
All right, the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 54, and verse 1. Salaki, I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 2 down to 3. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
And what's that? Stretch forth the curtains of thy habitation. That's the universe. You know how you open up the curtains and you can see everything behind the curtains? You open up the curtains, you can see the universe. Hey, and Esau with his Hubble telescope, he's peeping through the curtains, man. You know, if you look at the galaxies, the Hubble telescope, it looks like a treasure chest. So you like it's pretty different realm.
But no, it does.
You know?
But then showing you how the Lord only loves his chosen people, you opening curtains, you revealing something. He didn't reveal it to Edom. Because even with the telescopes, you know, Hubble telescope, etc., you can only zoom out so far.
Right.
But you can't go there, you know? He gonna fully reveal it to us.
Yep.
You really be giving him a glimpse, showing him what Israel gonna see. He'll show it to him, and then because it's this woman who do that type of work. She called the Lord turning on the lights for a second in the heaven. He'll turn on the lights, and then, like you said, he'll cut it back out. He'll show him certain stuff,
Yeah.
and then he'll turn the lights.
But
on.
yeah, it's like,
No, that goes back to the prophet, the prayer of Balaam. The prophecy he had, his name Balaam.
we can get it. Like,
Yeah.
what are the numbers? 23.
You talking to check Israel numbers 23. He saw the glimpse into the kingdom of
Yeah,
Israel.
he did.
So like Elder Yashima said, the Most High showed us. He showed the heathen a sneak peek of what we're about to get. This is what I'm about to get my people.
So like in 24.
It's a lot.
Yeah, 24 and we started at 3. But you want to start at the top? We start at the top. Yeah, you can read down to verse 8. Robert Shop. Yep. The brother got precepts.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 3. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, have said, and the man whose eyes are open have said, he have said, which heard the words of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open.
And the Lord can do that with anyone. You know? He can do it among the heathen. The Lord can, it show you his power. He can even work through heathens to tell you the truth. Even though the truth isn't for them, you know, because he's even going to make the point. He's going to see Yahweh Shabbat from afar off. You know, is it in the previous chapter? Or is it in the same chapter?
Same chapter.
Yeah, but, you know, he in the kingdom of heaven, because basically he's going to see Israel in the vision dealing with the kingdom. He's going to be way in the back. But we had a privilege, and Lord willing, you know, Abba Ratazah, Father will, we're part of the Lord's elect. We get to be up close to the Lord. You're not like we beyond blessed. That's something the heathen will dream of. That's something that even Edom dream of. They show you different shows. For example, you got this one show, it called Supernatural. Deal with those two brothers, you know, that be pretty much, you know, going to war with demons and stuff like that. But they had one episode, it was this woman, she was pretty much a demon in the flesh, but basically she was weakening the one brother, I forget his name right now, but long story short, he was like, well they're here to see you. Basically, they showed a light in the heavens, but basically it was a chariot. And he was like, well, they're here to destroy you, basically. And pretty much she made the man disappear, the one brother, but she looked up, it was just a chariot over her, and she was like, well, I hope I can make him happy. And she wasn't talking about Satan, she was talking about the Most High. Because even them demons, when it comes down to the Creator, they really want to please the Most High. It goes beyond Satan. You know, even Satan want to please the Most High. But dealing with his physical counterpart on the earth, the Edomites, they want what we got. And other nations want what we got, but that shows how blessed we are. Because in the kingdom, we get to be close to the Lord, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 4, he have said, which heard the words of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open, how goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel.
Our living quarters, our dwelling places in the kingdom. I was speaking about earlier, they brought palaces in the Mediterranean, you know, and even stretched beyond the earth. See, it's going to get to a point, brother, you can get Isaiah 49. We'll say the place too narrow, you place me. It's going to be to the point to where we're going to be so fruitful on the earth, we're going to have to branch out and see these different galaxies within the universe, man. You know? And you can't limit the Most High. You got certain Israelite camps, they want to put the Most High in a box. You know, pretty much limit us to 1,000 years of life on the earth. We're going to have a lifespan on the earth. You know? And they really don't speak about us, you know, living throughout the universe, man. But see, that's a part of the promise. like the elder was speaking about earlier, man. And the Lord even showing this to a heathen. There you got it, bro.
I just add, because we were blessed with the fatness of the earth too.
Yep.
You know, there's eternal.
Yeah.
Verse 6, it says, as the valleys are they spread forth, as garden by the riverside, as the trees of a line aloes,
Yep.
which the Lord hath planted, and as cedars beside the waters.
Which means you just gonna constantly flourish. It's like you know, you deal with art, you know, because you know a lot of brothers in the truth, they in the art, they in the music. If you it's basically both is art, but it's visual art. So you have, you know, music. Jada's into a certain craft. It's to a point to where, like, when you really into it, it's never finished. You want to constantly like add to it. That's how we gonna be in the kingdom, man. You know, so brothers of state, you gonna constantly have different additions to your house, additions to your family. And like the elder Yashwama made the point, you know, Jake is thinking about, you know, the earth being too populated, or the universe being too populated. You think the Heavenly Father don't got that figured out? You know? Because Jake, you want to limit the Most High. You can't put a limit on the Most High, man. You know? We are going to live forever. We gonna be able to see several generations of our sons and daughters. That's the whole point in the Most High being the Most High, man. Him giving this gift to his sons and daughters, man. You know, and this is a part of the immortality, okay?
If I can say this, they showed you that in the movie, the second Avatar. The main character, I forget his name, he stayed in Avatar, right? He stayed in his Avatar body, but he dealt with the woman. He had several children.
Yeah, he did.
But they showed he was able to watch his children grow up. He was enjoying his sons and daughters.
Yeah.
There's going to be a simplicity to the kingdom as well.
It's Zechariah.
Yep.
Because the Lord said, if it should be marvelous in your eyes, you think it'll be amazing to me? Like I made y'all, you know? You know, hey, that's the whole point, like the elder said, man. You got it, bro.
Reading on. This is Numbers 24:7. He said, he shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag.
Right. So in the kingdom, we even gonna deal with the women of the other nations, man. And it ain't something like, okay, we just died to look forward to. But nah, it comes along with the kingdom. Hey, the other nations, they dealt with our women. Even to this day, Esau Edom is getting his rocks off with our women. Our women, they dying to be with this damn devil, man. And in the kingdom, dealing with us, it's gonna be the same way. The table's gonna turn. And it even says in the prophecy how Esau's widows should not weep for him, because they don't want to get with an Israelite man, you know. You know, so, and another thing too, dealing with the women of the other nations, if they get the honor or the privilege to even deal with an Israelite man, that's going to be an honor on their household. You know? Like, that's going to be a badge of honor. Like, because you're going to be, brothers going to be gods on the earth, man. So this Israelite, this son of the Heavenly Father want to deal with, like, he want to deal with somebody in my house? Like I said, you can only imagine the feasts and, the families coming together. And, bro, that's why you got to look beyond America, man. You know? You gotta look beyond this place. But we ain't just looking for, just the woman part of the other nations. It's so many parts of the kingdom, like, we can't even tap into right now, man, just thinking about it. But see, that's what's promised to us, man, if we hold on, you know? Go ahead, bro.
And it says, he shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag.
And the flip side to that, that's even happening right now. That's where you get the term Israelite foreign, you know? Because Jake's seed is in many waters. So the topic of, the Gentiles in the New Testament being Israelites, we were scattered everywhere. And by default, the Jake man is going to deal with different women, man, and leave seed everywhere. That was used to preserve us. So basically, like the Lord, he's showing him different glimpses of what would happen to us, man, throughout our history. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and his king shall be higher than Agag,
which is Yahweh Shai. And like you were speaking about earlier, the Lord said that there will be war between Amalek and Israel basically to the end. And we see that happening now. Because you made the point earlier. The elite, they fighting for immortality, man. Yeah. There's all talk of transhumanism and gene splicing, gene editing. They got shows like Alter Carbon. What's that all about? Cause they want what we got coming. You know? And once again, living on other planets. Movies like Star Trek. Well, excuse me, Star Wars. But shows like Star Trek. There's a movie coming out, we got a new one coming out, Guardians of the Galaxy. What's that all about? Because they want what Israel got. That ain't just, you know, in a movie.
Right.
Because they understand what's written.
Yep.
So these different film directors, they're lesser luminaries, man. You know? And guys like, what he old news now, but like Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, they read the Bible. You know? Guys that wrote comics like what he passed, Stan Lee, he read the Bible. You know? What we got coming, that's why they want to be us. You know? That's why you will want this. They ain't pretending to be a Hamite. They know what we got coming. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and his kingdom shall be exalted.
Yahweh Shai's kingdom. Go ahead.
It says, the Most High brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath as it were the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with arrows.
And it's really talking about in this time now. Now, it happened in the past, but the Lord, he gave you a little insight to what he really gonna do. What we living in, you know, we making the point throughout the years, this is a culmination or really a build-up, you know, throughout the ages. But see, like the beloved apostle had coined this year, the hopeful year of Yahweh Shemel Shai fulfilling his prophecies, man. You know, we live in the fulfillment of all prophecies. That's why this is the greatest time in history.
Right.
You know? So now we really get to conquer the nations and take what's ours, you know?
Brother got the kingdom on his shirt. He got the Most High's curtain.
Yeah.
Open. That's the open curtain on his garment.
Yeah, it is.
You know? His treasure chest.
Verse 9, he couched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion who will stir him up.
Which that goes back to the prophecy in Genesis. You know, so he saw this time. That's the heaviness of these prophecies. You know, they were always talked about. Even like you mentioned in the book of Job, like the Lord will, like he'll you know, have Job going through his, you know, affliction, but then every once in a while, the Lord will speak about Jake, the Lord will speak about E, because it all revolves around this time. Right now, this the centerpiece of the Lord's prophecies, man, because it revolves around Jacob and Esau. That's why I mentioned Agag. It mentions Yahweh Shai, all right? Because this is a time when the Lord about to get ready to come back. And this is the time we about to inherit the kingdom. He could have been gave it to us. But like brother's been making a point, through the Spirit, you wouldn't have a story. Because existence has a storyline, man. You know? Yeah, we wouldn't have learned anything. We just been thrown in the kingdom. And you would have been, you know, we would have been like Esau, Edom, because this man, he don't appreciate what the Lord gave him, because he didn't earn it. Basically, Yah got the kingdom off of the strength of our disobedience, man. You know? That's how he gave it to you. Ultimately, it was written as well, you know, the blessing from Isaac. But basically because, you know, we fell short, and also the Lord is fair, he gave you your time. And look what you did with it.
And going back to the balance of the Heavenly Father, if we're going to be over the nations, it only makes sense that for a particular period of time, we'll be under the nations.
Yep, it makes sense.
You know?
That's balance.
Balance.
You know, learning good and evil. Like, you know, like you mentioned earlier, being able to judge both sides, man. You know, because we're going to be fair in the kingdom, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
You gotta get this precept real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 10. Start at verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Because also, you got to look at how this man got his system. You know? And on one end, you may say, well, it wasn't fair, and it wasn't fair, but then it shows the balance of the Heavenly Father. Esau, Edom had to play it out, man. He had to play that role of being the wicked. You know? Because ultimately, hey, the Lord's ways are equal. We messed up, so we paying for our sins. But then the balance of that is that this ain't forever. And now you got to think about it. But we got to think about it. You go back to our past captivities. That shit felt like forever. Like, man, you know, we had some moments like, man, God damn. But see, now we at the end of it. You know, and now we get to really see the downfall of our enemy, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
And see, the Lord pointed a finger at Esau, Edom. You know, because at this point they desire souls, man. It went beyond them just having the blessing the Heavenly Father gave them. Now they want you. They want to be the Most High, man. That's why it says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" Because, bro, we made out of earth, man. We made out of dirt, underwater. and He brought us out the water. But now I look at these little earthlings like they want to be me now. Cause that's how the Heavenly Father looking at it, you know. And that's why they want to put a karagma in everybody. Go ahead, bro.
Like I said, there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man, man. This is Esau makeup, man. See, the Lord he took us through all this humility to teach us not to covet. That's why He gave us them commandments, man.
Yep.
Thou shalt not covet thy way, but thy neighbor's house or his wife. Just these commandments are for. So He, like I said, the king was translated from one people to another. They got it through unrighteous dealings. Look at the way we finna receive the kingdom, man. Through humility, through teaching the word. You know what I'm saying? Just establishing the righteous order amongst a certain amount of men on the earth just by teaching and learning the right process. We ain't going out and slaughtering and killing how Esau did. Esau is eventually going to kill us just for doing it, just like it started with Abe. You know what I'm saying? Just like it started with Jacob. He really just wanted to kill Jacob just for doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But that was his nature. You know, and it's the same thing all over again.
So, if I could just add, Israel's righteousness is like a poor reflection on Esau's character. Like when Abel had that righteous sacrifice, like he trying to make me look bad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. He was plotting the whole time.
Yeah.
He was waiting on the perfect time to kill Abel. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting on and he knew the right thing to do. You know, but he was waiting on the perfect time. Just like now, Esau really waiting on the perfect time to come. You know what I'm saying? He waiting on that perfect time because we ain't taking the kingdom by slaughter, which the Lord is gonna let us to defend ourselves this time. He is. We His army. We His battle axe. But first we have to get it right. First we have to get it right from the inside out, man. It starts from within. It started us seeing the world from the inside. That's why you ain't walking by sight no more. We walking by what we understand from the inside out now, because we still see Esau's kingdom. But through the eyes of the Lord, we see our kingdom being established. So we actually looking at the world from the inside out now, man. You know, that's how we looking at everything.
Yeah, you looking at it from the perspective of the Heavenly Father. You know, because he sees it objectively. You know, people that still caught up in this beast system, you experience it subjectively. Because you're still in the world, man.
Right.
But we see it according to His plan, like Brother said.
That's why your man had to be renewed. See, when the Lord really said, don't walk by sight, walk by faith, that's what He's going into, because you still see the world. But then the scriptures say everything we see is temporal. The stuff that's not seen is eternal. So we really got to embody that and look at it like that, man. That's really how we got to be visualizing everything. Which is a process, because it's day to day. We in this body, you still gonna feel emotions, you still feel stuff, you still feel pain and stuff, so you get caught up in it. But then when you click back into the scriptures, you got to really, that's all Yahweh waiting on. We not waiting on Yahweh. He waiting on us, you know what I'm saying? He waiting on us to be made clean, really. We not waiting on Him. He's sitting there, it's a certain level we have to get to. He already taught it to us. We already got to understand it's a certain level that we have to be built up to. So he waiting on us, man. You know, He already completed the mission. We got to complete our mission.
Yep. And you think about the newer brothers that's coming in, like they got to be brought up to a certain level, you know? Yep. Well, like Brother said, ultimately all of us, you know? Go ahead.
Verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Right.
For such as they one set in his own soul to sell.
And that's what Esau Edom did when he sold his birthright. He sold his soul, and he sold out his whole nation, man. You know? for some raw meat and lentils, man. You know, but now he knows now he knows he knows what he gave up. Like, oh shit, like I gave up this. That's like the elder said earlier. You looking through the Hubble telescope, study find these inhabitable earths, but you can never get there. And the Lord's so beautiful. Back in the ancient world, when you go back to the time of King Solomon, we just ruled in the old world, so to speak. Which at the same time we had mariners that would come over here to the Western Hemisphere and gather goods for King Solomon and bring it back. But we didn't have access to what the Lord about to give us in this time. Now he's about to give us everything. But we didn't go around, like brother said, through the process of what we're going through now, coveting everything. You put that off when you come into the truth, man. That is because the love began here or begins here. Brothers ain't coveting, what the other brother got. To see in the kingdom, the way everything gonna be, every Israelite man gonna be well off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how beautiful the Lord is. Like when you look at the mindset of Edom, which the mindset you Jakes copy off of, is a spirit of not being satisfied. That's why you constantly coveting. Like nigga, just sit your ass down. It's enough. And the Lord really gonna fully do that with his people. It's gonna be more than enough. I gotta quote Elder Yashwamba, because he had made the point, even dealing with the universe, but he made a point for himself, but we can learn from it too. He was like, man, he'll list to brothers when it comes to the different galaxies in the universe, but he like, man, like the Lord, he gave us plenty with the earth when you think about it. Because we were looking at your map earlier, bro, it's so much, we about to have access just with the earth alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you think about it, it don't take much for the Israelite man to be satisfied, but the Lord's so beautiful, on the flip side, he gonna give us everything anyway, but it's showing you, when he say we should be fully satisfied with his house, man. Fully satisfied, Go ahead, bro.
It's the end of this verse, man. Because while he lived, he casted away his bias.
Yeah, no morals, no integrity. And that's how they want our people to be, man. Look at Jaden Smith. We talking about how he got a boyfriend now. Like, man, what? The record stopped, man. And you have what's the name of? Is it Dwayne Wade? Zaya. But see, the whole point is Edom want to get his lick back, ultimately for what he did. And the big thing that we are gonna be tested with is that charisma. That's his ultimate trying to like basically get back at us for how he lost already,
I believe he changed his name from Zion to Zion.
To Zion?
His original name was Zion.
Right.
Oh, so that's a direct shot at us. Because Zion is another name for Israel, man.
Because he wanted to erase the remembrance of Israel. Like if this was, like you say, if this was to go on, Esau would have it to where there would be no memory of the Most High or Israel, man.
In part, he's doing it through the alphabet gang.
Yep.
Because they got more behind them than any movement amongst Jake, bro.
Right.
So, but alphabet gang, if you look up their creed per se, their agenda is to replace the heterosexual man with alphabet people.
Yep.
That's a direct sacrifice that Esau made. On his name, Zion went right to him like, we gonna switch his name. That's a direct. See, this how Esau moved. This the type of energy. This the level Esau on. But this the level we on too. We understand it. We on that same level with you, Esau, on the right hand side, to expose that and to destroy that shit, man. You gotta help.
Yeah, and the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And basically, we in a time where Cain's sacrifice is rejected again, man. But say the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, which for Sakari and them, the book of Hebrews is a part of the Bible. It say that it's dealing with what Yahweh Shai did. That's a sacrifice that's more excellent than that of Abel. And we know Abel's sacrifice was accepted. And we follow in the steps of Yahweh Shai. And what does Yahweh Shai have? He has everything, man. And he gonna give it to his brothers, man. Lord willing, hey, we finished. Wait, bro.
In Psalms 83:1, it says, "Keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones."
Yeah, lift up the head. That's that pride. Cause see now, the Lord got them so delusional in their mind that we got them. That shows you, you know, okay, the left hand is real, but at the same time, this is what they didn't figure out. The scriptures say how they wouldn't understand their latter end. It's already prophesied for you to go down the way you about to go. It's just that the Lord had to teach us a lesson, like, you know, the Elder Yashima was saying, you know, but also the Lord is bringing us up on a level, because the Lord is really creating judges, man. Like y'all referenced the movie Alexander, how kings aren't born, they're made. Right. The Lord, he's what you said, made men. He's making us kings and judges of the earth, man. You know, but through trials, you know, through suffering, through weaknesses embedded in your body. Yep, and we got to overcome all that. But in the end, we're going to be like him. We're going to be like Yahweh Shai, who is a direct reflection of his father, man. You know? You found it? Yeah, go, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 49, verse 19. For thy waste and thy desolate places in the land of thy destruction shall even now be too narrow by reason of thy habitation.
Because we go, so 1-4 on that tag. When we go back to our land, we gonna be so fruitful as a people. Each Israelite man gonna become his own nation. You know, because you go back to the promise of our fathers, beginning with Abraham himself, him being a father of the many nations. We the many nations he's the father of. But this thing's so deep. Each Israelite man gonna produce so many Israelites. It's like each man is his own nation. A little one becoming 1,000. You know. But go ahead, bro.
And they that swallow thee up shall be far away.
Yeah, because you're gonna be off in the field, you know, on a plantation somewhere. And we mention these other planets, you know. Now the Lord, hey, if he wants to, he could just say, you know what, I can make it to where I can make this work for all y'all here. But it's gonna be a need for us to be out there. You know? It don't take much for Israel to be satisfied, but the Lord, he gonna beautify us, man. But guess what, too? We gonna have slaves on other planets, man. Ain't like we just gonna be there. Nah, nigga, you gonna work. You gonna work.
I mean, yeah, that's what the global slave trade was about.
Yeah.
You had the pioneers, the frontiers. Then behind them came the actual conquerors.
Yep.
All right, but then the slave ships came with workers.
Yep.
So we found the new land, the new world, but now we need hands and feet to cultivate it. So it's going to reverse in the kingdom.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to inherit the earth, but we're going to need people to cultivate it.
Yeah. Y'all had us on the water, we're gonna put y'all in the air.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
right.
Y'all shipped us through the water, we're gonna ship y'all through the air, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be chariots, just, you know, cause you know then the chariots can hold millions of people.
Yeah.
Like the chariots ain't got no limit. Like the cargo ship, you know, it was limited to how many the chariots, you put millions of, you know, people on there just busting around to the planets, man.
Yep.
You know, do a drop off at this planet. You know,
J-Trad.
right.
Space trad.
Space trad. And you shall live.
Yeah.
Like the guy, we played the devil in the movie Constantine, but you will live. Because Esau gonna want to die. Yeah. Like all the hell they about to have to go through, but we gonna make y'all live through it, man. Because you know, you allow Jake to commit suicide, or just Jake, you know, they'll be dying on them ships because of disease, or because you torturing them with your different tactics that you got from Jake in Europe. Well, now we gonna make you live through this, man. You know? But yeah, go back, bro. Got it.
Verse 20, want me to start over?
Now you finish it out.
Verse 20, the children which thou shalt have after thou hast lost the other shall say again in thine ears, the place is too straight for me. Give place to me that I may dwell.
And what's written in the Proverbs, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his son's sons. We're going to really be able to do that in our kingdom, man. And like bro, you know, was saying, you know, be able to enjoy your seed. You know, they live a prosperous life. And the Lord loved them so much, He's going to bless them with immortality, man. Us ourselves, we can't do that. But He can, though, and He will.
Because the kingdom pretty much, you know, it's just going to be full of, it's just going to be us judging, you know, weddings, feast, you know, just enjoying the earth, enjoying each other, man. like the point I always say, this the love. Jake love to hang out, Jake love to cook, Jake love to see their family they ain't seen in a while, but the kingdom is gonna be that eternally, just on a much higher level, man, with the responsibility of ruling, you know.
Jake love they sons and daughters.
Yeah.
It tells the scriptures of simplicity that we read about. We're going to see it fulfilled in the kingdom. But how it says, like the glory of a man is his son's sons. We're going to experience that. You know, you're going to experience seeing your daughter get married out to an Israelite man that you know of nobility. No, like lately, I just been meditating on the simplicity.
But then it's so heavy because you had made the point. You know, like Yahweh Shah might come to your wedding. Like how far out is that? Like the Lord, He showed up at your wedding, bro.
And
you know what I'm saying?
In the Middle East, a wedding could last a week. Like, you know, you talk to Elon. I picked up some people that knew some Elamites. I was like, yeah, this wedding been going on 7 days.
I was going back to the, you know, the foolish virgin and the lamp. When you go into the Israelite, you know, wedding procession, the bridegroom will come to the bride's house, and all her friends will be with her, and then they'll dance all the way back to the bridegroom's house.
God,
damn. They'll dance all the way back. The bridegroom will come get the bride, and her friends will be with her, and then they'll dance all the way back to the bridegroom's house, man.
Wow.
Like the wedding was a big, festive, joyful thing, man. You know?
Girl can't hear no shit.
Just imagine your sons, and can tell you the sons and daughters gonna dance in the streets.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Like, come on, man. That's what we're really looking for, man.
Well, I said, we have piped until you haven't danced.
Yep.
And we talking about the wedding procession.
Woo,
Man, bro.
Hey, anybody have any closing scriptures?
That's it, bro.
Hey, with that, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kampadash.
Double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wonders to the house of David the elect. Abba,
Abba.
Shalom.
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 Bible ball.
Bible ball, shalom. That's right, bro.